landslide brought it down. Mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within me rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life? Hey, Drue here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I'm playing Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks. This is a song that was requested by a couple of people, and I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed learning it. It's actually been a big test for me to be able to sing it and play at the same time. I didn't get it right just then. There were still a few slips on the guitar, but I'm really enjoying it and I look forward to adding it to my repertoire. So thank you very much for requesting this and introducing it into my life. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to take you through how to play it. Now, before we get into this, I'm just going to say two things. First of all, start these finger picking patterns slowly and build up over time. Don't think you're going to be able to play straight away like Peter Green does. Just you're not going to be able to get that straight away. Okay, it's going to take a little bit of time and practice and get the finger picking patterns. Okay, the next thing, there is a capo on the 3rd fret for this. Okay, so you're going to have to use that if you want to sing it at the same level. And finally, the third thing. This is going to be a lesson of 2 parts, all right? So the other part's going to be available at my website, the chorus, and then the slight variations in one of the choruses and the verses. So I'll tell you how to get that once we get into the lesson, all right? Cool. It's all totally free, by the way. You're not going to have to pay for it. Okay, and the other thing, this version is, I've kind of found it on ultimateguitar.com. And it's Boyce Avenue's version of the song. The guy, don't know the guy's name, but he's tabbed it out, and this is his tab, and I'm basically going to teach you how he plays it. So show your support by going to Boyce Avenue's channel, and also go to Ultimate Guitar, type in Landslide, and this is the top rated tab that I'm going to be teaching you, okay? So I'm going to be making sure that you're going to get it sounding as good as possible, but much credit to them. Right, I will get started now. There's just a lot of stuff I had to get out of the way, all right? Cool, so basically with this song, we're dealing, with this bit at the beginning anyway, we're dealing with 3 chords that are these. So the first one is a C chord, so it's index on the 1st on the B string, middle on the 2nd fret on the D string, and then ring on the 3rd fret on the A string, okay? So that's your C chord. And for this, just for the purposes of this so far, we're not going to do the pattern just yet. You're just going to strum the C, okay? Make sure, as you pick each string, there's absolutely 0 muting, so you don't have any. If you do, then you're going to need to just bring your hand over and just, if your C's muted, it's going to make it quite difficult to be able to play this song, all right? So make sure your C's clean. If not, go back to playing C for a little bit, go back to doing some strumming songs, and then come back to this lesson. Cool. Next thing. Next thing is this kind of, it's G over B sort of chord, okay? So this is the chord. I'll show you how to change between it quickly, which is what you're going to need for the lesson, all right? So we're going to move our middle finger up to the 2nd fret on the A string, okay? And then we're going to get our little finger down on the 3rd fret on the B string here, okay? So this is the change. Here's your C. To change quickly, middle finger up, little finger down, and lift up these. Okay, you don't need these. And then for that, you're going to strum the bottom 5 as well. Okay, so we've got this C, and let's call this the G over B, something along those lines. C. We're then going to go to an A minor 7. Okay. So, easy change, right? Bring this finger back like it was for the C. So bring the index back to the 1st fret on the B string. Bring your middle finger, slide it down just 1 string. And that's your chord, that's A minor 7. So you're on the D string there on the 2nd fret. And for that chord, in fact, all these chords, you're going to be strumming the bottom 5 strings. Okay, so that's your A minor 7. You're then going to go back to the 2nd chord. So move your middle finger up to the A, and then get your little finger back down to the B string on the 3rd fret. So if you can just strum those without any muting, then you're going to be well on your way to being able to pick it. If there's any muting, especially the little finger can sometimes cause problems there. You have to use your little finger with it. It's the only way to do it fast enough. Then you're going to need to maybe come back to this song once you've got stronger muscles in your hands, all right? So we've got C, let's call that G over B, A minor 7, and then back to the G over B. So you could essentially strum it that way. I took my love and I took it down. It'd be so much easier to sing that way. I climbed a mountain and I turned around. Okay, so if you wanted to strum it, they're the chords that you're going to need for it. It's the same chords, by the way, for the mirror in the sky, what is love? It's all exactly the same. Okay. So the finger picking pattern, right. Now before we get into this, what exactly is the rhythm? So it's so it's like a triplet beat, and we're going. Now if you can't tap that along with me, then once again, there's really kind of no point in putting the finger picking together. You have to know that beat. So just tap it along on your guitar. I think kind of a rolling feel. It's got this sort of roll feel to it. If you can tap it, and tap it the same as what I did just now, rounded a circle, then you can start to pick it. Alright, so there's a few things out of the way. Right, let's make that C chord. And let's start talking about the finger picking pattern. So, the finger picking golden rule is your thumb only ever plays the top 3 strings, so that's the E, A and D. The index always plays the G string, the middle finger plays the 5th string down the B string, and finally your ring finger plays the 6th string down. Okay, little finger, don't use it for this particular lesson, okay? So we're going thumb on the A, thumb on the D, whilst holding down the C chord, by the way. Then middle, so that's thumb, thumb, middle. If I say middle, you should know what that means. That's the 5th string down. I'm not going to be giving you direction anymore. I'm just going to tell you the fingers to use. Thumb, thumb, middle, index. Thumb coming down to the D string this time. So then that's thumb, index. So let's do that again. That's the pattern. Thumb, thumb, middle, index, thumb, index. Start slow, make sure you're using the right fingers on the right strings, and then bring in the speed. I can't stress that enough, okay? If you start fast, you're just going to frustrate yourself. You should have seen how many takes I did of this before we got to this, alright? And you have to start it slow and pick it up, and it will reward you, like all good songs, and you know, all good songs do over time. They reward you, okay, for your hard work. So good. Now we're going to change chord and do exactly the same finger picking pattern. All right. So we're now onto this 2nd chord, this mysterious G/B thing. Watch, I don't really know the name of. I should have done my research on. Okay, so there we go. It's a Friday afternoon, so I'm being kind of relaxed today. So that's the chord change there. Okay, let's do that slowly. Now, the most kind of chances of muting is over the C, so your middle finger could be flat like this. Try to keep these locked up. This chord, you shouldn't really have too much trouble. The middle finger may collapse, but just make sure you're on your fingertips. We're then going to change to the A minor 7. Once again, it's always the same strings. Thumb, thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle. And then we're going to go back to our G/B chord. So let's do that slowly now. Slowly like that, we'd then go round in a circle, by the way, so C, G/B, A minor 7, G/B. If you can go around in a circle like that, great, because you're going to need that for the verses. I took my love and I took it down, all that part, okay? Now the intro. So it's once through of this chord sequence. We're then going to go back to the C as normal, back to G/B as normal, A minor 7. This is all going to be the same, but then we're going to do a flick off. So this is your A minor 7, and we're going to flick off on the middle finger and flick the string down. So that's just picking and flick the finger down. So I'm not picking it twice, I'm flicking down. So that's... And then just putting in our index, thumb, index like we've had before. So that's a tiny little change. So I'm just going to play that line. C. Here it comes. So A minor 7. Just so you can hear it again. And then we go. Okay. So this part here. Essentially, you're going to go back to your regular chord like you would normally. All right. But we're just going to omit two notes from it, okay? So we're going to go okay, so that's just got, it's called a rest there, or actually we're holding the note, but we're going to count the 2 that we miss, and that's going to keep that timing together. Okay, so dum bum bum, miss, miss. And then we can start our verses. Alright, that bit is pretty important. Okay, and then we can get started, so. I took my love and I took it down. We're going to repeat that chord sequence 3 times. And I saw my reflection in the snow-covered hills. Now we're going to go to the 4th time, so it's all the same, apart from we're just going to be doing that C. This is the same, G/B, A minor, but just with the pull-off section again, okay? So miss, miss, and there's that rest there again, so listen. Can't underestimate how you need to get that little rest in there, alright, for it to really sound good. And then we're going to zing along into this chorus, alright, so it really gives this nice little pick-up of pace, but actually it's all the same tempo, but it's got this lovely little feel to it. So it's... Now, the good news for you is that the chords are exactly the same, alright? So we're not going to be changing chords whatsoever. We've just got a new finger picking pattern to realise now, okay? So the rhythm now is... Whereas before it was... It's now... So there's less holds of notes, okay? So that means that it's a little bit more demanding and we need to pick... We don't need to pick faster, we just need to fill in the beats. So the chords are the same. Instead of going thumb, thumb, middle, we're now going thumb, index, thumb, middle. So the new finger picking pattern, which is the really important part, is this. Thumb, index, thumb, middle. So that's thumb on the A, index on the D, thumb on the D string, sorry, let's start that again. Thumb on the A, index, which is on the G string, thumb on the D, thumb on the middle finger. And then it's thumb on the A again, index, middle, sorry, index, thumb, index. Friday afternoon is a double-edged sword. I'm more relaxed, but I'm also making a couple more errors. So it's thumb, index, thumb on the D, middle, thumb, index, thumb, index. So once again, start it slow, and remember the rhythm for this is da 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 rather than da 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 like it was before, okay? The chord changes are all exactly the same, okay? And we do that same chord sequence 5 times with that new rhythm. So on and so forth, okay? So we do it 5 times. Upon the 6th time, we do the C the same. We do the G/B the same. We do the A minor 7 the same. And then we go to a new chord, which is bridging our way into the chorus and video 2, okay? So this new chord, we bring the middle finger up to the 2nd fret on the thickest string, bring the ring finger down onto the 2nd fret on the G string, and bring our index finger down onto the 1st fret on the B string. And we're going to go thumb on the thickest string, index, thumb on the D, middle on the 1st fret now with this finger, thumb, back to the thickest string, index, thumb, index. So that's the same. That's going to lead into our chorus, which is in video 2, okay? So with this song, start slow, okay? Don't cheat the fingers on the right hand. If there's any muting in your chords, it's not going to sound great, and I'd suggest coming back to this when your fingers are stronger and you know how to change between. With this song especially, unless you've been playing a little while, Rome wasn't built in a day, okay? So it's going to take you a little while just to chip away and keep coming back to it. Keep coming back to this video, rewinding parts, and just craft and graft it. Once again, a big thanks to Boyce Avenue for making this version. And if you need to see the tab, then just go to Ultimate Guitar, type the song in. As I said, it's the top rated tab, not chord or whatever Tab Pro version. It's a top rated tab, so you can have a look at that to help you out, okay? Thanks very much for watching. If you have liked this lesson, go over to learnguitarinlondon.com. In fact, I need to tell you how to get the second part. So to get the second part of this video and to play the chorus, what we're going to do is, the video is being hosted at my website, learnguitarinlondon.com. To get to the video, you just need to become part of my student area. All it takes is an email address. It's totally free. You'll then get instant access to my student area, lots of hints and tips about playing guitar, tons of other videos you don't get on YouTube, all completely free for the time being. So you can go there, get that content, and you can watch part 2 of this video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye.